Time for another easy keto meal prep that's also going to be low carb and diabetic friendly. If this is your first time tuning in, let me just say welcome. My name's Kristi and I meal prep a little differently than most people. For my family, what works prepping our meats in advance and having those ready at a moment's notice. Having sweets and desserts ready just in case. Always a few sides. That way, if I need to throw a meal together really quickly, we're rushed. I have things on hand right here that's going to keep us on track. This sounds like your type of meal prep. Make sure you check out some of the others. I think there's like 56, 57 in the playlist at this point, so you're going to get ideas, recipes, and see what we eat throughout the week. If you've not followed me yet, I'd love for you to become a member of my YouTube family. Hit the notification bell so that when I upload, you'll know. Anything mentioned in today's video, whether it's foods, my favorite appliance in the kitchen, my air fryer, recipes, and even discounts, will be in the description box so that you can take advantage, save you some money, and see exactly what I'm talking about. Also down in that description box is going to be all of my other social media accounts that I'm on. So TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and you can just click on those links and it'll take you right on over. So if you are looking for additional content that is not posted over here, you're going to find it there. Okay, time to get started with today's meal prep. In a recent Keto Chow unboxing video, I mentioned that I may try this recipe for Pina colada pound cake. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. Preheating my oven to 350 degrees. In a large bowl, it says to mix your dry ingredients. So 1 cup of almond flour, 1 cup of coconut flour, 1 scoop or packet of the Pina colada Keto Chow, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And it also says that you need to sift and combine. Now I'm going to set this bowl aside. Now in a separate bowl, I've added 1 stick or half a cup of unsalted butter. This is at room temperature. I'm going to cream the butter on low speed. To my butter, I'm going to add in 1 cup of granular erythritol. I'm going to be using the granular swerve. Mix on low until combined. To the butter and the sweetener, I'm going to add a 13.5 ounce can of full fat coconut milk. 5 large eggs. I mixed that together completely, and now I'm going to add in the dry ingredients slowly. There's what your cake batter looks like, and just so you know, this is a very thick batter. I'm going to transfer this over into a greased bump pan. Smooth out the batter. Now into that 350 degree oven for about 50 to 55 minutes. Let the cake in about 50 minutes. I'm gonna let it cool and then I'm gonna flip it out. I wanted to go ahead and slice it so you could see what the inside looks like. You could add a glaze, you could add Cool Whip, super moist, delicious. Chris has already asked for me to make it again. I'll slice the rest of this up and put it in the refrigerator in an airtight container. I'll have my Keto Chow discount linked in the description box for you in case you don't have any of the Pina colada. I think it is a limited time flavor. This is your reminder to go ahead and prep, wash, and cut up your fruits and veggies, because if you're like me and you leave them in these containers, out of sight, out of mind. So if I go ahead and get these ready, put them in a glass container right up front in my fridge, they're going to get eaten and they're not going to go bad in that drawer. I want to make some keto-friendly sausage balls this week. That way I'll have breakfast. But these are also perfect any time of day. Great for a snack, a lunch. I have an entire video. I'll link it for you in the cards and down in the description box. That video will also have all of your ingredients and measurements listed in the description box so that you can either write those down or screenshot it. I throw everything in one bowl. You'll need 1 pound of sausage, 1 cup of almond flour, 1 tablespoon of melted butter, 1 egg, 2 cups of grated cheddar cheese, 1/3 cup grated Parmesan cheese, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and seasonings of choice. Add salt, red pepper flakes, and always garlic. Mix that up. It's usually easier to do it by hand. Then you're going to roll these into sausage balls. You can make them as big or as small as you like. When I roll these out, I can usually get around 50 or 55 sausage balls into a 350 degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until they start to turn golden brown. Once I get them out of the oven, I do place them on a paper towel so some of the grease is absorbed. When they are completely cool, I'll put them in an airtight container and I'll store them in the refrigerator. These are really easy to reheat and eat. You can do that in the microwave or the air fryer, but these get gone as I'm baking them. As soon as I pull a round out of the oven, everybody rushes in and starts eating them. They're also wonderful for the holidays or any family get-togethers. Nobody can tell that these are keto and low carb. If you have not made my recipe for keto sausage balls yet, you're missing out. Since I had some leftover shredded chicken that was already seasoned, I thought I would go ahead and put a bake together. Normally I make an enchilada bake completely out of enchilada sauce, so we're just going to wing it today. Leftover shredded chicken had already been seasoned with Flavor God Taco Tuesday and a little bit of the sriracha. Instead of tortillas, I'm going to use the egg life wraps. These are the original. They also have them in Southwestern. They've got lots of flavors to choose from. The original are going to be 25 calories each, 5 protein, and 0 carbs. I personally like to use the egg life wraps over the low carb tortillas because the egg life doesn't require me to take additional insulin, so there's no blood sugar spikes with it. Plan here is just to take the egg life wraps, add some of the shredded chicken, salsa, cheese, maybe some jalapenos, and then add them to the foiled pan. Put the lid on that, and then when we need something, a really quick meal one night, everything's fully cooked, so all I'm doing is going to be reheating and melting the cheese. Just so you know, I have put this in the air fryer before. It turns out perfectly fine that way. Salsa I'm using today is the one from Aldi. This is the 4 pepper salsa, and there's no sugar added into that. I'm just gonna put a very light layer on the bottom of my pan. Since I don't have any of the Southwestern egg life wraps, what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some of the Taco Tuesday on here. It's just going to season the wraps. Then I added some shredded cheese. I just used the Fiesta blend. We like it spicy, so I'm going to go ahead and dice up a jalapeno. Added the chicken, sprinkled with a little bit more cheese, and then start the layering process. This is a small pan. It fits perfect for me and Chris. Now, on top of this, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more seasoning, whatever your favorite is. You could use the sriracha, you could use Taco Tuesday, chili powder, whatever makes you happy. Then I'm going to add the top to this. I don't want to add my cheese now or additional salsa because I'm worried about it getting soggy. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator just like this. We'll fix it in the next 2 days. When I take it out of the fridge, I'll just take this lid off. I'll put a little bit more salsa on top of the egg life wraps and then sprinkle cheese, put it in the oven or the air fryer just until everything is heated up completely. Once we reheat and we're ready to eat, we'll go ahead and top this with sour cream, sriracha sauce, shredded lettuce, whatever you want on top of your bake. This will not shock the majority of you, but I made something chocolate this week. For me personally, after I have a meal, I need something sweet. I know it's a horrible habit. I need to break it, but I have far worse issues than this one. I have come up with so many ways to satisfy that sweet tooth that are easy, quick, minimal ingredients, and it's going to be things that you can find probably in your pantry right now. This is 2-ingredient chocolate peanut butter fudge. Since it's only 2 ingredients, no sense in me showing you the process. All you need is 7 ounces of your favorite baking chips. I used the 7-ounce bag of milk chocolate, Lollis, stevia sweetened, no sugar added. Melt that entire 7-ounce bag in the microwave. To your melted chocolate, you're going to add 1/2 cup of all natural, no sugar added peanut butter. You already know I use Smucker's. Mix those 2 ingredients together until they're completely combined. I have a small Pyrex glass dish. It is, I think, 7 by 5. I picked it up at Target. I'm sure they have them at Walmart. It's a great size to make my fudge recipes in. I do line that Pyrex dish with parchment paper so that it's easier to get out. Pour your fudge mixture into the Pyrex dish. I like to take an additional tablespoon or so of the all-natural peanut butter, warm it up just a little bit, and then pour it over top of the fudge and swirl it through. Place in your refrigerator or freezer until it's set up. It's that simple. Before I slice this, I do take it out of that dish and I let it sit for just a few minutes, because if I've had it in the freezer and I try to slice it, it's going to mess up the top where I swirled the peanut butter in. I go ahead and place it back in the Pyrex container once I've got it cut up, and you can store it in the fridge or the freezer. There's an entire playlist full of easy keto dessert recipes that only take 2 or 3 ingredients. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and let me know in the comments below, what did you meal prep this week? I'll see you next time. Bye.